So 90 years. Wow. I think we all can agree, based on what we've seen on the video and what people have said, at 90, Jim, you're still a badass. So I do have a question, though, and Bob, maybe you can help me out with this, that, it is Jim's 90th birthday. I want to know how you convinced him that it's 7 a.m., not 7 p.m. He's on a different continent? Okay. So we're going to keep Jim awake this evening. But anyhow, it started 1970, from what I understand with the story, Mr. World contest here at the Franklin County Veterans Memorial. And Jim hosted this event. By the way, if you want to take a look at it as I have, it's on YouTube. Wide World of Sports. I don't know who remembers that. But I remember watching it in 1970, and Arnold came here and had won Mr. World and had such a wonderful experience with Jim that this was the time where people made commitments on handshakes. And from what I understand, that after that event, when Arnold walked away as the winner of Mr. World in 1970, they made a commitment because of what Jim did for that event, that once Arnold was finished with that professional career, they would start something together. Now, I do want you to understand Jim was 70 in 1970. But anyhow, 3 years later, 46 years later, we have the Arnold Sports Festival. And that is 180,000 people that come into our community every year. Over 80 countries, over 20,000 participants as far as competitors, and it represents $51 million into this community's economic impact. So Jim, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Our tourism and hospitality industry friends that are here this evening, we're all very grateful for what you've done. As Mayor Coleman mentioned, you have raised our profile. We are not only known regionally in Columbus, but we're known nationally and internationally for what you've done in our community. So happy 90th birthday. Thank you, sir.
Good evening. I'm Rhett Ricart. I'm a treasurer of the Franklin County Convention Authority, and happy birthday, Jim. I'm also lucky enough to be one of those individuals that shook your hand 25 years ago with our family, and you're a man of many words, and you're really an icon in Columbus, but you never had the letter I in icon. Very unselfish person. I'm pleased to represent the Franklin County Convention Authority because these facilities you see here, and this is one of the very first sections that were completed, is just an example of the magnificent $125 million renovation that, Jim, would not be possible without you. So I'd like to give you a round of applause for having this here. Jim's a pioneer. He's a Renaissance man. And quite frankly, you heard it a lot already this evening, he's a very dear friend. This community knows what a big deal this Arnold Festival is to Columbus. This renovation, which you're now in, is 60% complete. It's going to be finished in July. And it would not be possible, I'll repeat myself, would not be possible without the Arnold Sports Festival here in Columbus, Ohio. I'd like to thank you, Jim, and you too, Arnold. You're a big part of it. Thank you very much. All right, so how many of you been in the forklift truck at the back of the festival? Has Jim taken you up? We'll see a show of hands. Who's been in the forklift? You know, that's his thing here. For years, Jim, you've been in that bucket lift truck overlooking the exhibition hall, and it's a heck of a view, isn't it? Well, as part of this $125 million renovation, we built a new show manager's office that's 2 stories high, so you're able to look over the top. It's even going to have a bigger and better view, so you won't have to get into a bucket truck anymore for the Arnold Festival Trade Show. Let's give you a round. Thank you. So far, no one's been injured in a bucket. But to that end, the board members of the Franklin County Convention Authority, as well as the county commissioners for Franklin County here in Columbus, we felt it should have a name that is second to none. Just like this facility, just like the show manager's office. So on behalf of the board of directors of the Franklin County Convention Center, I'm pleased to announce from tonight forward into perpetuity, the new show manager's office space will be known as the Jim Lorimer Show Manager's Office. That's for you, Jim. You're truly second to none. The city is second to none, and our gratitude, Brian's and the whole rest of the city, Central Ohio, is second to none. So on behalf of the board, happy birthday.